Hello everyone and welcome back to VoidSpace Alpha. My name is Ollie and today we are going to do something quite interesting is the plan. Yes, we've got a lot of problems in the town. We've got healthcare issues and traffic issues coming out the wazoo. We've got garbage issues and stuff like that. But why not add to those issues, I was just thinking. What is that that's burnt down there? It's a car. Right, okay, yeah. So we've got a lot of issues and our town is growing. We're now at 186,000 people. We've got 14 million bucks in the bank. And look, while I'm doing this, I just want to say a quick thank you to the, gosh, how many is it now? It is 40,000, almost 41,000 people that have subscribed to the channel so far. So thank you so much for that. Today, we are going to be placing our international airport. Now, I've just spent all of my money buying all of these tiles, but we can start building the infrastructure for the airport. And I think it's important that we think about where or how this airport is going to interact with the rest of the town. And you know what? I think I'm going to take that level there just as an arbitrary level. And I say interact with the town, it's more interact with the city, to be completely honest with you. So let's take a nice big flat part of the area, because planes, you know, I don't know a lot about planes, but I know that they need flat land to take off and land, otherwise it's going to look weird. So we'll just flatten out probably more than we need. Let's just have a look at that again. So yeah, that is more than we need. So we can start at least getting the infrastructure ready for this, right? So we're going to go for a large road, and I think that large road is going to go that direction. That's going to be our mark where the airport's going to go. So let's do that. And yeah, that actually looks like it's just the right length to get into there. So while we're waiting for us to build up the money, I think let's soften the terrain around here. We still need to fix the terrain around our nuclear power plant. Let's turn this brush strength up to 75% on the smoothing. Maybe brush size. Yeah, let's smooth that all out. So it's a more gradual incline all the way around. It doesn't look awful. That bit still looks pretty awful. That bit still looks pretty awful. This bit looks very steep. But, you know, I think that's okay, actually. So once we've done that, we're going to need to start thinking about road links for our airport and how that is going to interact with the highway. And I think the most obvious place for it to link up is going to be down here. So let's think about that. That intersection will want to be a four-way intersection. And I think it might be worth thinking about a larger four-way interchange. So I mean, let's not pause it because we need the money to come in at the same time, but let's get rid of the entirety of this interchange like so. You'll just have to find other ways to get to where you're going. I realise that's not going to be possible right now. Oh, we've just taken out a power line. Should probably reconnect that. There we are. And yeah, let's continue bulldozing all of this. So we want to come down to all the way down here. Like so. Get rid of all of this. There we are. Right. Okay, that's that sorted. We might even cut this back even further. Now, yeah, actually, what I've done is I've not cut the highways back far enough. So let's just cut them back even further than maybe even I think we are. Now, I dread to think what the traffic issues are like elsewhere in the city, but, you know, it's one of those things. Let's start thinking. So actually, yeah, we're going to need to cut this back as well. So let's do that. And I want it to be roughly in line with both of those things, but we're going to need to take out these power lines just on anywhere that they interfere, which is going to be pretty much all the way up and around there. That's probably going to interfere as well. So let's get rid of those. Now, how does that look for our interchange? That looks placeable. We are going to lose some homes down here. That's okay. They probably don't want to live on an interchange anyway. Right, let's start with the first and easiest road to connect up. So, this one going into the middle of here is probably going to be the easiest. So let's do that. 2-lane, straight. It's not a 2-lane, is it? It's a 3-lane. Let's do that. Definitely do not need a crosswalk in there. So how do I... It's in here, isn't it? Yeah. Let's get rid of that. Right, okay. Let's link up the power again, and then I can start reconnecting everything. Like that. Okay. Actually, this power line needs reconnecting too. So I think maybe that could come down there. Not the prettiest power line in the world, but it is what it is. Right, we can unpause the game, start building up our cash reserves once again. I haven't looked in a long time how much we're making per month. We're making 8 million per month. That's pretty decent. But these roads are going to need to get taken back even further just to make them look remotely like they connect. Then we want to go into the highway mode. And you know what? We are going to want a 3-lane. Is that even possible? Yeah, do you know what? That looks okay. So let's connect that up. And then 3 lanes going down to here. Let's connect that up. And then I think we're going to want to upgrade these. We can get rid of that one. And that one. Let's then place... In fact, let's just upgrade these ones first, so we get the spacing correct. That's probably not the most beautiful looking road in the world, but it'll have to do. That was an error. Let's go single like that. And do you know what? That will do. Right, okay, so our highway is now reconnected up. Now we need a way to connect up our motorway into the main distribution road for the airport. And I think it's just going to be... Why is that one really small and that one's really large if I go to put a roundabout on there? Anyways, let's get our highways. Let's go 3-lane like that, 3-lane like that, where they link up, get rid of that. And, oh, okay, I've actually got going in the wrong direction, haven't I? Yeah, I have. So let's get rid of that. Maybe like that. And then a 4-lane highway? No, maybe just a 3-lane 2-way. Just so I've got somewhere to put the roundabout. And that's not going to work. So it's very fiddly. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go back to where we were before. Maybe what we want is a large road in this, the kind of mostly in the center. Is that going to be possible? Probably is going to be possible if I take it off of that. So that's about the center. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's delete that. And let's turn guides back on. I want to go... We want to go.
You ain't from around here, are you?
Oh, thank you very much for the subscribe, Badri Sahu. I appreciate it very much. Right, let's do that. So this is all just an attempt for us to be able to join these up. So which one's coming in? This one's the one coming in. This one's the one coming out. Right, this is not going to look pretty. There we are. That is our roundabout. Right, let's get this medium road connected up. Oh, did not mean to do that at all. Let's delete that bit and that bit, because I was meant to be on a curve there. Luckily, me cocking this up so much is makes life a little bit easier. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, because the lane management is dreadful. Can I just upgrade these to the same type of road? I can. That's probably a bit better, although there is like a weird little step in there. So let's just redo that corner. Right, like so. That feels smoother. Right, okay, cool. Do we have enough money for our international airport? Now we do. It's probably the thing that we're going to want to throw down. Now, that hill in the background is not going to make this work. So I think we might even have to reduce that hill a bit more. Like so. And still smooth it out, because I'm not a monster. Let's turn that up to 100%. Just give the mouse a little wiggle until it all turns green. So what I don't want is like a big dirt pile. That's not realistic at all. That's just a landslide waiting to happen. Can we slope it so I can take that one there? That's not a slope at all, is it? Take that level. Is that going to make it easier? I don't think it is, actually. Right, okay, let's smooth this all out. Get rid of all that brownness where possible. Might even have to just plant a load of trees. Cool. Right, okay. What does the international airport look like in there? Probably a little bit better. Is that blue line? Is that like the path? I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if that'll make it through YouTube rendering, but there's like a dotted blue line. I've literally just pointed my own human finger at the screen like you can see what I see. That's not how that works at all. Right, okay, we have an international airport. Right, what kind of transport links does it have? So, let's go. That's a passenger airplane tool, cargo airplane tool. Okay, so we can have multiple airports to get people from one side of the map to the other. There is no currently power or sewage or water coming in. That's completely fine. But does it have subway? Parking fee. We should absolutely charge parking fee, but I don't know what that'll be just yet. What's the upkeep cost of this, by the way? It's very curious. Oh, we've only got one international airport. Oh, then we can just have, yeah, multiple smaller airports. Okay, cool. That's fine. So we can have domestic airports as well. Right, no track connection. What is that? Is that rail? I think that is rail, isn't it? It is rail. How do I connect a track there? Look at it. It just goes straight out into the road. Can I delete that and delete that? I can delete those. Oh, of course. Because the road actually goes up and around like that. Okay, that's pretty cool. The road is integral to the airport. That is awesome. Right, anyways, let's get this thing connected up from a pipes and power perspective. Now, power is just going to join. Can I go underground with that? Yes, I can. Let's go right on the edge. Where's the nearest power? Nearest power's over here as well. So let's just join that up. Right, now it's a functional international airport. Doesn't matter how terrible it is. Right, so rail. Let's grab that. Let's grab a two-way track. Now, we can have multiple bits of rail coming into here. I don't think off-map rail is going to work. Let's go 180 degrees down there, just to put something in as a bit of a placeholder for now. Now, if this was the international airport, what would I expect to see there? And the honest answer is I would expect to see like hotels and all that jazz. So let's chuck a road down there off of that spur. Let's chuck a road down here off of that spur. And I think we would have to see a bridge at some point. So let's go like that. And let's do the same from the other side. Let's join those two up, like so, so it's at least symmetrical. That gives us our rail infrastructure, but it also allows us to get, and I mean, you know, you'd probably find big office buildings and then really high density commercial, which would be like your hotels and your whatnot. So let's have a look at that. That can go up there. So that's going to work. Now, there would probably also be, and this is true of Heathrow, this is true of multiple international airports that I have had the absolute pleasure of working near or with in previous lives, you would have a perimeter road going round, which would just aid in services. That... Why can't it go there? Oh, because it's going into the approach lane of the airport. What is it overlapping with? Is it overlapping with the airport? Okay, let's do that. Can I go straight through there? No, I can't. Why can't I just go straight? Oh, because it overlaps the entryway. Right, okay, so actually maybe that perimeter road is not going to be possible, which is fine. So on that basis, maybe we want to bring it out one development zone and maybe down to about there, the perimeter road. That makes sense. Can we go all the way down here? We can. So there is that. Then we can come out to about there, and we can connect this up like so. Right, okay, that is going to be a huge traffic bottleneck actually, and I can't turn that into a roundabout, so that's going to be problematic. We'll see if that is a problem moving forwards. Right, okay, so passenger rail. Okay, passenger rail coming out of the airport. Where would it connect up? And the honest answer is it would probably connect up to the nearest town on the international airport. Although saying that, the biggest city is, well, basically this big patch over here. Now, if I was to connect up the passenger rail down to this tiny little train station, that wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. So I think maybe we need to be planning a large passenger rail service, and I think that our large passenger rail service would probably be over here. And that passenger rail service needs to have connections to a lot of different areas. Although saying that, that's probably something I need to think about in a bit more detail, is how do we connect people. Just out of curiosity, how many people are moving on this international airport? Is there a way for me to check that? Here we go. Here we go. So currently we've got passengers, airlines, transport, citizens, tourists, mainly between the city and outside connections. So currently nobody is using the international airport, and that's fine. It's got 0 out of 8 vehicles in use. Is that the shadow of a plane? It is. I don't think anyone's landing here at the moment. We've got our runways and our taxiways. Taxiways are in yellow, runways are in white. I know that about an airport. So yeah, look, maybe maybe we just leave that as it is, and I have a serious, long, hard think about, well, firstly, about how much I hate that turn, and secondly, about how we go about redistributing the rail services in this city. Now, if that goes there, can I throw in a roundabout yet? No, I can't. Okay, because that's still technically part of the airport. Okay, well, look, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's episode. That is the international airport popped down. We still need to fix a lot of this terrain issue around here. But otherwise, I mean, what an awful place to build big tower blocks. But they're not actually in the line of the runway, so that's okay. That is where I'm going to leave it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again for the 40,000 odd subscribers. That's pretty awesome. And yeah, all of the comments and the feedback. And the people that watch this series, you guys are the best. And I will see you in the next episode of New Salopia.